Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. When you think of the great age of exploration, who comes to mind? Columbus? Magellan? Vasco da Gama? For centuries, history books have told us that Europeans were the first to master the oceans and connect the continents. But what if I told you that story is incomplete? What if I told you that long before them, ancient Africans were embarking on incredible sea voyages, charting unknown waters, and even crossing the vast Atlantic? Get ready, because today we're diving deep into the lost history of Africa's ancient maritime explorers. Let's journey back to ancient Egypt, a civilization we often associate with pyramids and pharaohs. But they were also master shipbuilders. As early as 2500 BC, they were constructing massive ships, not just for the calm Nile, but for the open sea. Queen Hatshepsut's famous expedition to the land of Punt, likely modern-day Eritrea or Somalia, is a perfect example. Detailed carvings in her temple show a fleet of 5 enormous ships returning with exotic goods like incense, ivory, and live animals. These weren't just coastal trips. They were sophisticated, long-distance trade missions that required incredible navigational skill and sturdy, seaworthy vessels, proving that African seafaring was thriving thousands of years ago. But the Egyptians weren't alone. Down the East African coast, the Swahili people were creating a vibrant maritime culture. From around the 8th century AD, city-states like Kilwa and Zanzibar became bustling hubs of international trade. Using their iconic dhows with their distinctive lateen sails, Swahili sailors harnessed the monsoon winds to travel across the Indian Ocean. They sailed to Arabia, Persia, India, and even as far as China. These weren't just sailors, they were cultural brokers, merchants, and explorers who connected Africa to the wider world, creating a melting pot of languages, ideas, and technologies long before European ships appeared on the horizon. Now, for the most astonishing story of all. Could Africans have reached the Americas before Columbus? Evidence points to a fascinating possibility. The Mali Empire, one of the wealthiest empires in history, was led by a powerful ruler named Mansa Musa. But before him, there was another emperor, Mansa Abu Bakr II, who was obsessed with the sea. Around the year 1311, Abu Bakr reportedly abdicated his throne to lead a massive fleet of 2,000 ships into the Atlantic Ocean to discover what lay on the other side. He believed the ocean wasn't an endless void, and he was determined to find its edge. Did he make it? While Abu Bakr II himself never returned, tantalizing clues suggest his expedition might have reached the Americas. We have accounts from Columbus himself describing seeing people in the Americas who looked like Africans. There are also reports of spear points made of a gold alloy, identical in composition to those produced in West Africa. Could these be the descendants of Abu Bakr's brave explorers? While we don't have a sunken ship to prove it definitively, the combination of historical records, oral traditions, and archaeological hints paints a compelling picture of a pre-Columbian African presence in the New World. From the Red Sea expeditions of the Egyptians to the Indian Ocean voyages of the Swahili and the bold Atlantic crossing of the Mali Empire, the history of maritime exploration is far richer and more diverse than we're often taught. These ancient African sailors weren't just footnotes in history, they were pioneers who charted courses, connected cultures, and boldly sailed into the unknown. Their legacy reminds us that the spirit of discovery belongs to all of humanity. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this hidden history as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that have been left out of our textbooks. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Until next time, stay curious.